Thank you and welcome, sir. If we can put you right there. Barb, if you will share community values with the representative, please.
Good afternoon, Representative Kucinich.
Good afternoon.
The people here today believe in community values, the idea that we are stronger when we are in it together. We think our government should consider everyone, not just the privileged few, and it should enact policies that reflect that belief. But lately, we've been led down the wrong track, whether it's the shameful response to Hurricane Katrina or policies that favor corporate agriculture and leave family farmers in the dust. We feel that we've seen a country dominated by a go-it-alone attitude. We call this the politics of division. But we know that America can do better than this, and I know that you know that too. So, Representative Kucinich, the question to you is,
as president, will you be willing to make the hard decisions that will ensure that we as a country live up to our community values?
In answering that question, yes. Let me provide a context. As mayor of Cleveland, I put my career on the line to save a municipal electric system when all others said it couldn't be done. I work with community groups to save libraries and fire stations, to rally the community to save a steel mill that provided thousands of jobs, to save community hospitals. I understand the process of community, and I look at our nation as a broad community of people who are waiting for leadership. And the one area that leadership is needed the most is on health care. I'm the only one running for president who stands for a not-for-profit health care system. Single payer. Because I've been in circumstances my entire life where people have told me this is impossible, and I know there are people running for president who claim that it's not possible to have this, I know that rallying the American people, going to you and saying, will you support this? That you'll do the same thing that the American people did in 1932 when Franklin Roosevelt said, if you give me a Congress that will give you a New Deal, then I will deliver it for you with jobs and housing and all the things that people have a right to expect. So the defining domestic issue in this election is health care. With 47 million Americans without any health insurance, 50 million Americans underinsured, I'm the co-author of the bill, H.R. 676, Medicare for All. It's time that we had a health care system that stood for health care as a basic right and not as a privilege based on ability to pay. So I'm there. That's just one example. That's just one example of why I'm ready to be President of the United States. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kucinich. We now have 3 community leaders who will join us to share their stories and questions. Our first community leader is?
My name is Irlanda Helgen from Marshalltown, Iowa.
Con mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto. I am a member of Latinos en Acción de CCI. The day that I remember is Tuesday, December 12, 2006. That is the feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe. On that day, the Immigrations and Customs Enforcement Agency raided the Swift packing plant in Marshalltown. That was a shocking, a terrific, and very sad day for the whole community, not only for the immigrants. But the effects are not over. Our community is still living the aftermath of that. There's a story that stays in my heart. There is a father with 5 children who stayed home with the kids that morning while the mother of the kids, his wife, went to work. She never came back. No child should be left to wonder, when is my mother coming back? Today, the family is still separated. Representative Kucinich, the families that come to this country are coming here to look for a better life, like every other family in the nation. They come because the situation in their countries is desperate. They come because this is the land of freedom and opportunity. And instead, they are finding that the government is terrorizing them.
Thank you. Your first question comes from community leader.
Marvin Chapman. I am from Forest, Mississippi. I hold second chair on board for a community center. I also work for Tyson Food. I've worked there for 14 years. I only make $9.30 an hour. You have 10 people that makes the same thing. You have people that have been there 20 years, make the same thing. Sir, for Tyson to make billions of dollars a year, what's wrong with the pay raises? What's wrong with the freezes? They try to keep the immigrants, the black and the whites, against each other, and the whites against the black. So if you become president, what would you do to make this a federal law?
First of all, I want you to look at a watch that I'm wearing. I think you recognize it because
It's Our Lady of Guadalupe.
by the way, I've been wearing this watch for 4 years when it was given to me in El Paso because I was standing up for the rights of immigrants. Let me say this, that I want to say this 2 different ways, if I may. Yo creo que es muy importante pelear por los derechos humanos y por los derechos de los trabajadores. Son no humanos ilegales. There's no illegal human beings. We need a president. We need a president who understands that when NAFTA was passed, wages collapsed in Mexico. People rushed across the border in order to help their families survive. We need to cancel NAFTA and get out of the WTO. And I will. My first act in office will be to cancel NAFTA, get out of the WTO. We must give those who have come to this country a path to legalization. They need to be reunited with their families. We must see the DREAM Act fully reinstated. We must make sure that our young people have a chance for an education and for health care. Juntos unidos. We need a president who understands that we are one, and we need to make sure that people have a living wage. This isn't just about a minimum wage. It's a living wage. And a living wage means whatever the wage that people need to support their family in the area. We need a president who will stand up for a federal living wage law that's based on the cost of living and health care for all, not for profit.
Thank you.
Jobs for all, education for all.
Thank you very much.